Most people spend their whole lives chasing goals, expecting success to unlock ease, confidence, connection. But the truth is simple. Every goal a person chooses is tied to emotion, pride, safety, freedom, belonging. The feeling behind the goal has always been the real target. And when someone learns to work with emotion directly, the chase finally slows down. Life feels cleaner, stronger, more harmonious. Before we dive in, I want to say thank you. The replies from the first video were honest, raw, and thoughtful. Many people wrote about pressure, others about anxiety, some said success felt flat, and those replies set the stage for what's coming next. In the first video, we explored the idea that emotions run life far more than logic. They shape decisions, relationships, ambition, confidence. And without emotional mastery, even massive wins feel thin. Today, I want to go deeper. Emotional mastery isn't a mindset, it's a skill set. 4 trainable capacities build true emotional strength: presence, endurance, titration, and influence. I'm Tian. For almost 2 decades, I've helped over 200,000 people from more than 87 countries find deeper success, meaning, and purpose in their personal and professional lives. I've worked with founders, executives, high performers, and everyday people who were tired of chasing goals that no longer felt right. They all had one thing in common: a life driven by emotion that they never learned to understand. My own journey started in a conservative cultural and religious world where emotions were seen as threats. Strength meant staying composed. Value came from following rules. When that world collapsed, I didn't know who I was without it. So I did what a lot of smart but wounded people do. I swung hard in the opposite direction. I spent years in hedonism, pleasure, status, social mastery, achievement. I chased everything I thought evolutionary psychology and pop culture told me would make me feel strong and free. And for a while, it worked. Red carpet galas, models and bottles, VIP parties. I left the ivory tower of academia to become an international dating coach to celebrities, creating the only dating skills program verified in a Tier 1 academic journal. On the outside, life looked great, but on the inside, the pressure grew. Then life hit me with a blow I didn't expect. My girlfriend at the time went on a girls' trip overseas, and she cheated on me. When I confronted her, she flaunted it across her social media. The shock cut through every layer of armor I had built. It shattered the narcissistic identity that I'd spent years constructing. That betrayal pushed me into my first collapse, where I stood on the edge of a skyscraper, not seeing a way forward, until a friend pulled me back from the brink. Later came a second collapse, alone on a mountain with a motorcycle. That moment broke through all the noise. It opened the door to something I had never felt before. For the first time, I became conscious of feeling unconditional love flowing from me toward my then 2-year-old goddaughter. I didn't need anything from her to love her. Not approval, not pride, not success. I just loved her freely, fully. And that feeling became my North Star. It changed how I lived, worked, and loved. And that moment changed my whole life trajectory. I went deep into psychotherapy, neuroscience, clinical psychology, and I studied what actually rewires the emotional system. I earned certifications, I lived in the research, and I built a way of helping people that blends clinical strength with philosophical depth. After that, I devoted my life to real emotional strength. Not performance, not armor, not repression, true strength. The ability to stay clear, grounded, and connected under pressure. Now, I'm a Brown University certified leadership coach, a certified IFS therapy practitioner, and an ICF certified coach. I'm also a devoted husband and a proud father. But this isn't about just me. It's about what emotional mastery unlocks for anyone who learns it. Freedom from chasing, influence without force, confidence that doesn't waver, a deeper form of success that doesn't depend on hitting the next milestone. And now that you know why emotional mastery matters, let's break down the 4 trainable skills that make it real: presence, endurance, titration, and influence. Now that the stage is set, I want to show how emotional mastery actually works. Not as a theory, not as a mindset, as a skill set. The same way the body gains strength through training, the emotional system gains strength through practice. When these 4 capacities grow, the chase slows down, confidence steadies, influence rises, and a deeper kind of success becomes possible. Okay, so the first skill is presence. Presence is the ability to stay here, not lost in thoughts, not bracing for the future, not replaying old wounds. Presence keeps the mind steady long enough for clarity to show up. It stops the spiral before it starts. It quiets the noise so the real signal can be heard. Without presence, emotions fire off reactions faster than logic can catch them. But with presence, space opens up. And in that space, strength grows, calm appears, clarity returns. Presence is trainable. Research across cognitive behavioral science, mindfulness, and emotional processing all show the same thing. Attention can be strengthened, awareness can be sharpened, and when someone trains presence regularly, they become less triggered, their decisions improve, and their influence grows. But merely knowing this isn't enough. Presence is trainable. Research across cognitive behavioral science, mindfulness, and emotional processing all show the same thing. Attention can be strengthened, awareness can be sharpened, and when someone trains presence regularly, they become less triggered, their decisions improve, and their influence grows. But merely knowing this isn't enough. Presence is a skill, and like any skill, it only becomes powerful through practice. Okay, the second skill is endurance. Emotional endurance isn't about forcing strength. It's about holding steady when discomfort arises. Most people bolt the moment a difficult feeling shows up. They distract, they shut down, they numb out, they push harder at work, they chase more success. But emotional endurance lets you stay with discomfort without collapsing into fear or reacting with aggression. Decades of research shows this clearly. Learning to stay with emotion, even a few seconds longer, increases resilience, motivation, and clarity. Endurance gives someone the capacity to inspire loyalty, to stay grounded in conflict, and stay open in connection. It's the difference between reacting from fear and responding from strength. And yes, it is a skill earned through practice. The third skill is titration. This is the art of working with emotion in small, manageable doses, instead of being overwhelmed by the full intensity. Most people try to process everything head on. That only leads to shutdown or burnout. Titration breaks big emotions into smaller pieces so they become workable. It makes growth sustainable instead of shocking. When someone learns to titrate, they stop drowning in stress or anxiety. They gain the ability to face hard truths without collapsing. They build capacity gradually, the same way the body builds strength from controlled challenges. They learn to decrease or increase the intensity of the feeling. And neuroscience is clear. Titrated exposure rewires the system far more effectively than overwhelming force. But again, only if practiced consistently. The fourth skill is influence. Influence is the ability to shape emotional dynamics inside yourself and between you and others. It's what allows someone to express needs clearly, to set boundaries without aggression, to repair conflicts, to inspire trust, and to shift the emotional tone of a room without using force. Influence is the bridge between inner strength and outer impact. People who master influence become the people others naturally follow, not because they dominate, but because their presence feels grounded, centered, steady, and safe. Influence makes someone magnetic without trying, persuasive without pushing, respected without posturing. It's a social skill, a leadership skill, and an emotional skill all at once. And like the other three capacities, influence also grows with practice. It strengthens with repetition. The more someone trains influence internally and interpersonally, the more their relationships, their leadership, and confidence transform. Influence turns internal clarity into external impact. When these four skills come together, presence, endurance, titration, and influence, something powerful happens. Emotional life stops feeling like a fight. Success stops feeling like a chase. Relationships become cleaner. Leadership becomes smoother. Influence increases without effort. Attraction comes from presence instead of performance. The entire emotional system becomes a source of strength, not strain. But here's the key. Simply knowing these skills exist won't in itself create change. Reading about them isn't enough. Watching a video isn't enough. Because these are skills, not mindsets, the only path to mastery is training. The emotional system grows through practice, through repetition, through structured exercises that build capacity gradually. This is why Emotional Mastery 3.0 is not just a collection of ideas, it's a training system, a curated library of weekly emotional strength exercises drawn from the most evidence-based modalities: cognitive behavioral training, dialectical behavioral skills, mindfulness-based stress reduction, nonviolent communication. Each week strengthens one or more of these four skills. Over time, the emotional system becomes clearer, steadier, and far more influential inside and out. Now, before we go deeper, I want to address a few objections that always show up right about now. If any of this is hitting home, there's a part of you that's curious and another part pulling back. And that mix is normal. Change starts exactly like that. So the first objection is usually something like, I don't have time for this. And I totally get it. Most people think emotional mastery takes hours of journaling or huge life changes, but the emotional system rewires from small, consistent reps, not massive rituals. Each skill builds from just a few minutes a day, and when these skills grow, everything else in life gets easier. Decisions get cleaner, arguments get shorter, energy returns. Leaders call this leverage. Therapists call it regulation. I call it freedom from chasing. Here's another objection. I've tried mindset work before, and it never sticks. Exactly, because this is not mindset work. You can't think your way out of an emotional pattern any more than you can think your way into stronger legs. Mindsets fade under pressure. Skills hold under pressure. Skills shift attraction. Skills shift leadership. Skills shift influence without force. Okay, the third objection is often a quiet one. What if I can't do this? That fear is old. It comes from years of pushing yourself through stress and then calling it strength. But emotional mastery isn't about perfection. It's about capacity. Anyone can learn these skills. Anyone can build this strength. Research backs it, results back it, and the people who think they're the worst at emotions often grow the fastest. So let's pull this together. Emotional mastery isn't abstract. It's not about forcing calm or faking confidence. It's a skill set. Presence, endurance, titration, influence, each backed by decades of research and proven across thousands of lives. Presence gives clarity, endurance gives strength, titration makes growth sustainable, influence expands your impact. Sharpen these skills and confidence becomes second nature. Attraction becomes effortless. Leadership becomes natural. Not because your personality changed, but because your emotional system finally works with you instead of against you. And here's what most people miss. They hear the concepts, they get excited, then they try to remember them during real life stress, and then everything collapses. Concepts collapse when emotion spikes, but skills hold. Skills stay with you in the moments that matter most. That brings us to the next step. Now that we understand what emotional mastery is, how do we train it? This is the part most people get wrong. They try to think their way into emotional strength, or they wait around for motivation. But training emotional strength is different. It has to reach the unconscious level. Once you discover how to train at that depth, in a structured, systematic way, growth becomes inevitable. Before we move to the next video, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which of the 4 skills do you want to build the most right now? Presence, endurance, titration, influence? Your answer helps shape what's coming next, and it helps you lock in what matters most for your own growth. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, David Tian signing out.